everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Rakesh. Today we are going to build an automated workflow from scratch without writing a single line of code. We are going to connect different apps together using the workflow and making it run as autopilot mode. In today's world, everyone is talking about AI agents. Everyone wants to build AI agents. But before you go and build an AI agent, you should have a foundational knowledge of it. You should understand the platform where AI agents can build and operate. So, welcome back to the episode of the new series where we take you from beginner level to building production ready AI agents using a tool called n8n. Let's first understand why we actually need n8n in first place. So let's take an example. You have an online store, and whenever you receive an order, you get an email with customer details, and what you do, you copy the customer's email ID, name, and phone number from the email and paste that details into a Google Sheet. And after that, you share the Google Sheet in Slack channel to your team, informing that you got a new order. So for one order, two order, this is feasible for you to do. But let's say you get 500 to 1000 order every day. So is it feasible for you to copy all the customer details from the email, then copy paste to Google Sheet, and then share that information to Slack channel to your team members to aware you received an order? So this is what n8n helps you. So it is kind of a robot which will monitor your email 24 by 7. So it will run as workflow. It will look for an email. Whenever you received a new email from a customer, it will copy all the details of customer, paste that information to Google Sheet, and then share that information to Google, and then it will share that information to Slack channel so that your team is aware you got a new order. So the n8n workflow will run 24 by 7. It will continuously monitor your email, update the information in the Slack channel. So you don't have to worry about any time of the day. Let's say if you get an order at 3 a.m., so you don't have to worry about, because in the backend n8n workflow is continuously running. It is looking for an email, and all those details are getting automatically updated into the Slack channel, so you don't miss any order while you sleep. So let's understand what n8n is. So n8n is helps you connect multiple app using this visual canvas without writing a single line of code. So here you can just drag and drop things that you need, and then your workflow is ready like this. You can click on add first step, you can drag this here, thing is ready. Similarly, this you can drag the apps or the configuration that you need. So you can just drag and drop everything here, and your workflow is ready. So in the market, there are like multiple tools that lets you create AI agents, but n8n is one of the tools that I like the most because of the setting it provides. Even if you compare this as a cost wise with other tools, it charges very less, because in n8n, based on the workflows that you create, it charges you. In other tool, based on the automation that you have created, it will charge you. And if you have some basic technical knowledge on this, you can actually build n8n on your personal servers so that n8n will free. So in my case, I'm using my custom domain, and I have deploy this n8n on my VM. So n8n is right now free for me. The only charges that I have to pay for the VM on which this n8n is deployed, and I'm using very basic VM, so the charges are very less. So literally it's free for me. I think it's enough of theory now. Let's actually build our first workflow, uh, so you can actually see how easy this is to actually build a workflow. Okay, so let's click on here, add first step. I'll fetch this, or I'll pull this trigger manually, called a schedule, like when you want to your workflow to be run. Let's fetch another node. So these are all called nodes. So let's fetch it HTTP node. So you just need to search here. So I'll fetch this HTTP request, and you need to fill out the details here. I'll do this later. Let's fetch all the nodes that we actually need here. One last node, that is Slack. Okay, so I have drag and drop each nodes that we actually need in our demo. So these are all called nodes. So what I am going to do today is, in my Slack channel, using the workflow, I will drop an funny joke. Like for example, I'll show you one of the like what I'm going to show you. So you can see that this is one of my channel, where I'm going to post a new joke. So you can see there are like a couple of jokes which are already there. So I'm going to post a new joke using the workflow that will create. So how we are going to do that is, so let's come here to our workflow. So we don't need to make any changes to this one. Go to HTTP request. Uh, I want to use method as get only, because I'll be providing an URL here that's a public URL, and it will get the details from that URL. So let's enter the URL here. I have already have a URL. Paste that URL here. So it's a public URL which actually fetches the official jokes. So I've just pasted the URL here. Method, I'll keep it as get. If you want to see here as well, you can do that using the execute step. So you can see this fetches the URL, and the punchline is here, I get the keep telling them until you get them. So it fetches the joke. What next step is, I actually need to post that joke to a Slack channel. So now we need to set up the Slack channel. So I'll say, let's say message, because I need to send a message. Send message operation. Send message to a channel which I already have. I need to select the channel, so I'll select the channel as new channel. If I want to select some other channel, I can do that. Social, let's see if I have a social channel. Yes, I have a social channel, and it's right now empty. So let's post the funny message to social channel. So I'll keep it as simple text, and I'll just write message. Now close this, and everything is ready. Now let's click on execute workflow to see how it runs. So I'll click on execute workflow. It executed successfully, it says. Let's come here. Okay, okay, we just mentioned message. That's the reason it only posted the message here. See, so we said like what to post. So we just kept messages text, but yeah, we have to make sure we post the actual joke here. So I've just changed this to actual setup. So yeah, I've just mentioned here is the daily joke and the JSON setup and JSON punchline that I have. So now click. Now let's execute the workflow again. Workflow is executed successfully. Let's come to the social channel. So let's see here. Now you can see here is our daily joke. Where do programmers like to hang out? The foo bar. So yeah, this is the joke which actually posted from n8n workflow. So yeah, this is how we have actually created the n8n workflow, a very simple workflow but very effective. So now you can understand how easy it is to set up and how this actually works in the backend. So similarly in Slack, if I can change this to any other channels that I want to share my joke or the alerts. So just flip this scenario and let's say you have an alert for your system or your VM is down and you want this to get alert to a Teams channel, Slack channel, Google Meets channel. So this is how also you can set up this. So this will look for your VM. If it is down, as soon as your VM is down, it will send an alert to your channel. So that's it. Now you have understand how we have created an n8n workflow and how each things communicate between each nodes. So this was very basic n8n workflow where we have set up everything and each node knows what to do and it was doing as described. But in our later video, we are going to add a node which has its own brain. It will decide from its own what to do next. So in our next video, we are going to build that. So stay tuned for our next video on this series.